In this video, I would like to talk about trigger being a medicine. It might sound strange, and maybe you are curious. Does it happen to you that you feel triggered by people? It happens to me all the time. So how can I make shit into a gold? How can I this very unpleasant experience make into something that actually bring benefits and learning for myself? I think the best would be if I share some example. So, I get triggered very often. So let's say last time that I was really triggered was when I saw this woman that was quite obviously flirting with my beloved. And it was a very strong voice in my head, and I was judging her for being needy and for not being respectful towards my relationship and not being sister enough and blah, blah, blah. You know the voice. So, but I already learned this pathway of how to actually own my triggers, how to actually make them into something that helps me to see my unconscious pattern. And to break it down, I looked at what is it that I'm afraid of when I am looking at this woman. And I realized I was afraid that she was more attractive than me. I was afraid that she wasn't in integrity. And if I really boil it down, I was afraid that I wasn't important enough. And I think that's the point. When you are triggered, look deeply inside. It's not gonna come to you just like this. It's a work you need to do. Like, okay, I'm triggered. What is it I'm afraid of? And what is the deepest belief that is being created? She will get him because I'm not important enough. And then I realized that that's not true. My relationship is beautiful, and it's totally up to me to choose if I'm important or not. It's nobody out there to make me important. There's no my partner, not this woman, not my friends, not I am the one who make myself important. And because I made this choice and came to this very vulnerable space where I acknowledged that I have this wound, and I was able to turn it into owning it. And I walked to my partner and I just exposed this vulnerable part of me. And I said, look, I am noticing that I am judging, and I'm noticing I'm going into the stories because deep inside I make myself feel not important. I owned it by saying I make myself feel that way. And because I know that I am important, and then of course you can either share it or just make yourself feel important. But in that case, I actually asked for help, and I said, can you help me? And in this very moment, support me and be here with me. And this is also a very important part of owning your triggers, is learning to be vulnerable and learning to ask for what you need. I could have given myself that need, like I am important, and then see how I can resource myself. In that case, I was with my partner, and I was in full trust that I can ask. So there's many different ways that it can happen to you, but the most important part is you find what is the fear and ask yourself, is that really true, that I am not important? And does that really depend on the people out there? Or is it something I can give to myself and empower myself that way? Every time you are triggered, notice if you are blaming or judging. And recognize, oh wow, I'm blaming and I'm judging. Let's look at it. Let's find this unconscious part of me. So I learned to turn it into fun, and I learned to turn it into playfulness. Like, oh wow, there's something to look at. Let's look at it. So you spot it, you got it. Yeah. How you can turn this uncomfortable into actually hunting for your shadows.